All right, let's go to the start, which it's been spoken about many times. How did the roster happen? But it wasn't these two. So it was Jake and Whippy. How did the team happen? So it was this. It was actually this. So this is what the team that I was joining was supposed to be. It was supposed to be this team. What happened? So one one night in the UK, I got a phone call from Jordan. He wakes me up at it must have been 2 a.m. He's like, get online now. I think we're making the C9 roster. I'm like, okay. I come on. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? He's like, okay, what players do you think we can get for such and such an amount, right? I'm not going to say amounts. I'm going to talk about salaries. I was like, I think this guy would be good. I think this guy would be good. I said, we 100% need to get this kid. Like, we definitely have to get him. And Sentinels wise, I think the best guy we can get in short notice right now is Whippy. So that's kind of how this team happened. I didn't know anything about Jake really, other than watching him play. Um, Never worked with him, never spoke to him. I'd never worked with Eric. Um, but obviously he was good. So Jordan was going to be the IGL. It was something me and Zelsis have spoke about since V1, where looking back, I've wanted him to become an IGL for ages, so this is what was supposed to happen. It was supposed to be us. And then I'm like, okay, roster's done. What's going on? How are we getting the roster? So MCE was trying to make a roster, but he was taking too long. He missed out on a player or two that he wanted. He was taking too long to make the roster, basically. And then we made this roster in a day. As like looking at the rosters compared, I think it was a no-brainer, to be honest. But we'll never know. MC works wonders with younger players, so maybe his roster would have been fucking insane. No one will ever know. It's something that gets questioned. But yeah, so I'm like, okay, roster's done. I'll go to bed. I go to bed. I get a phone call at 6 a.m. Okay, what's going on? Jordan's like, you need to get online. Shit's going down. So I'm like, okay, I'll go online. He's got a fucking offer from Sentinels. I'm like, okay, well, fuck. You're gonna have to go. Like, even I said to him, like, you have to go to Sentinels. You would be stupid not to. You could have done this last year. You chose C9. You went for the roster. Like, go get the bag, bro. Like, go do what you need to do. And then it was like, okay, what do I? Then at that point, I was like, do I even want to be here? Because I was in theory, I was only joining for Jordan. That was the only reason I was joining was Celsius. Um, I didn't even know if I wanted to come. I had a life at home. My life was going pretty good. I was moving in was so it was my life. My life was good. So I was like, I don't even know what I join. Um, I was like, okay, what IGLs can I get? Yeah, me and my friends. So what IGLs could I get? Um, and the only one that I wanted to get really in such short notice again was Vanity. Like there was no one else that I really wanted to. Worked well with them last time with friends. It made sense, and we wanted to work together again. So I said, okay, let's phone Vanity, see if Vanity wants to come, and we can fucking run it back, and we can see what happens. So we get Vanity. Whip is Whippy. Come on, you know this. Jake and Zeppa already solidified on the roster before you had to say about it. Me, Zelsus, Zeppa were all in a call doing the roster. The other roster that they were going to get wouldn't have had Zeppa, it wouldn't have had Zelsus, and it wouldn't have had Leaf. Um, so me, Zelsus, and Zeppa were in a call making the team, and Jake was was there as well, but he didn't have like a huge say on what was going on. And obviously Eric wanted to work with Ant as well, and we just went from there. So that was it. That was the roster done, and then we move on. Any questions around the roster before I move on? Taking Whippy and Oxy from G2, why not Shaz? I don't think me and Shaz worked well together. Listen, system, it's not just you in here. But yeah, I don't think me and Shaz worked well together, so I didn't want to do that. Nothing against them. I'd go out for a drink with them where you can talk, no bad blood. I just think me and Vanity worked better. So they went to this event which was just for fun. So we'll just ignore this event. I didn't go to this. So I flew straight to Korea to go straight to this event, which was actually insane. We played our first game, then we played DRX, and yeah, Buzz was absolutely destroying us, absolutely shitting on us. And this was the first game where Oxy really showed like, wow. Uh, yeah, these are the first Sunset matches, so we were looking at it. We had a good read on the meta too. But I won't talk much about these games. But beating DRX felt really nice. Like to beat a team like that, even if it's a off-season event for me, the first thing it felt really nice. Yeah, it was like it was all best of ones. You played everyone in your group, and then the playoffs like first started here, fourth and third started here, second started here, and then they played each other. So beating these teams to me felt really good. Like I'd never really gone to a big event since Iceland. And even though it was off season, it still felt like a big event. We're in Korea, we're playing against like the best teams. Um, it was actually insane. Then we played the final, and all I remember about this final was this map and Vanity calling an absolute fucking masterclass here. Like if I had the comms, I would show you them, but he micromanaged the shit out of everyone. Like he'd die, and he would just tell everyone exactly what to do. Even here, I'm pretty sure this is the round. Pretty sure this is the round. So we go fast A. Ant and Oxy die, and I'm pretty sure Vanity here is calling absolutely everything. He's telling him to open the door. He's going to tell them to go A to B. Redbull was Japan, yeah. I am almost certain Vanity called everything that happened here. He said, go back, open this door, the spikes stay here. Because and he told Omen to ult the door. I'm like 99% sure because I remember going, okay, we've won. I remember here going, yeah, we've won. I don't have to pause. I don't have to do anything. Vanity's in the zone. Like we've won this game. Any questions on this tournament you can ask, but this felt really good. Like I know it's an off-season tournament, but it was the first tournament that we played together. It was the first tournament I was there. Um, First tournament I'd won in Valorant, I think. Yeah, no, Vanity was in full flow state. I wish I had the comms. Okay, so then we boot camped. Yeah, we boot camped here. We went to Korea. I can't remember the name of the place we stayed in. I'm pretty sure Sentinels have just stayed in it. But it was actually insane. This was like the most insane thing I've ever been a part of was this boot camp. It was so fucking good. And then going into the Redbull event as well. Holy shit. Well, Whippy was here for this. Whippy was in Korea. And then we just boot camped. We scrimmed like every single day. We had like the odd couple of days off when we couldn't find scrims. It was pretty hard to find scrims out here at this time because it was off season. So we scrimming a lot of the same teams. We scrimmed FPX a lot. I can't. Were they called FPX? They weren't called FPX at the time. I can't remember what they were called. Were they called Wolves? We were playing the FPX play. Maybe they were called FPX. No, some days we did 5, some days we did 4. It depends what we're working on the day. And it really depended. This boot camp really depended on how many scrims you could get. So like here we played 2 break 2. And we never usually had a break. We'd usually do 5 or 4 straight. Then you've got 1, 2, and then some days only 3. Nip as a Vol team. Yeah, I think so. Were they in franchising? But they were trying to get in franchising. They did have a team. I don't have the results page still, otherwise I would bring it up. But we were losing. We were losing pretty fucking hard. Like we were losing for the first the first 10 days or so. We were struggling. Like we weren't getting hammered, but we were losing like 90% of the scrims. We just couldn't win. Like these teams are so aggressive. They were playing crazy comps. Like FPX were running Phoenix on Sunset. They were running some Paper X were running like Yoru Breach on Breeze, and we just didn't know. We just didn't know what to do, and our team chemistry just wasn't quite there yet when it came to scrimming. Like maybe winning this tournament, maybe like slacked off a little bit. I'm not completely sure. Um, how did you go about your scrims as you tried to build? I mean, you go about your scrims the same way you go about any making any team. Like you start your day, you pick a couple of maps to play. Like you want to get the same map, the same 2 maps. I try to get the same 2 maps in a day. So we would do like for me, ideally, you get on, you do an hour 30 maybe talking about what you want to do in the first 2 scrims. So let's say with first 2 scrims a split. We talk about split. If it's the first day, we're just doing defaults, right? We're just talking about defaults, the goals of defaults, and what you want to do. Then you have your break, but your break isn't a break. You're then talking for 1 hour about the next 2 maps that you're going to play. Like maybe you're eating a little bit of food or a little bit of snack, like banana, whatever it is. And let's say the next 2 scrims are on Haven. Then you want to talk about your defaults on Haven, your goals are your defaults. I'll have it all prepared. We'll go over it. And then you play your 2 Haven scrims, and then you review the day, and you talk about the day for an hour or 2, however long it takes. And before all of that, I would meet Vanity in the morning, and me and Vanity would talk about the day and how we want the day to go. And then the next day, let's say you're playing Split and Haven again. The next day, instead of focused on defaults, you'd be focusing on maybe defaulting in a different way, or how far did your defaults get you? So maybe like, let's say Split. Fuck, there's no Split here. Split's the best example though that I want to make because that's the one that's in my head. So Split, let's say your Split default, right? And then your defaults get you to this area. So we have all of this on our defaults and we were successfully getting it. We would get into, let's say we would get into this area and this area on attack. And maybe we would get into this area. So like the absolute basics, right? We're taking this, we're taking mid, we're getting into these holes. But then when we get to here, let's say on the first day, we're struggling when we have. So step 1 is here. This is step 2, and we're struggling on step 2. We don't know what to do. Like, what do we do on step 2? So the second day will be, okay, what do we do on step 2? We're getting this area all the time. Our defaults are working. We need some executes. So from here, we can sit behind the wall that's here, the Viper wall, and we can have a nade ready for here. We can have a flash going through, and we want to go through the wall. So here we want to go through the wall. We're going to sky flash, we're going to nade, and we're going to take this area. And then step 3 is we're going to take the site. So we're then gonna split. So then we need to make a split. So we need to make a an execute, and it's the same for mid. We get into this area. What do we do on step 2? Where do we want to go? Like, do we want to go back, leave a lake? So I don't know. We'll have a strategy called SpongeBob SquarePants, which means we leave one laker here, and then we go back and we 4-pop this. Or we'll have fucking a strat called Superman, and then the VOD will be going on YouTube. Then we'll have a strat called Superman where we send in 2 or 3 to split up here with 2 back here, and we're doing a 2-3 split. So that's the second day, and then the third day, maybe you run everything again, and then maybe the fourth day you literally play solely to win. Like maybe I'm using my pauses as tack pauses rather than just pausing all the time to talk about what we're going to do. It's the same for defense. So on defense, like day 1, you're just doing the absolute basics, 1, 1, 1, 1, whatever. You're just doing like a default, right? Then day 2, you're doing like, okay, what did we struggle with? So we need to do, our A players need to talk about 2 hold'em ramp, or they need to do a Cypher cage here, and my Sky is here, my Cypher's here. When they're hitting A, my Cypher's going to pop his own cage, my Sky's going to come through it. That's their plan. That's what they want to do. My Sky's going to flash and come through, Cypher's going to swing here, Sky's going to run through here. Like stuff like that. Like they have talks with their teammates, and we make some setups. And then also day 2 or day 3, maybe we want to practice playing aggressive on defense. So we're doing B main takes. So we have Raze, Sky, and Almond take B main. Then we leave the Almond here, and we have 2 here, and then we make this side strong. Or we do 1 here, 2 on A. A strong. We have Alien 4 on B. Like that kind of stuff. We practice playing aggro, or we have an aggro A take where we just want to punish the Cypher lurk. So we'll practice that for the day. And then again, on the last day, the performance day, it's everything comes together, and we play to win, and we use our pauses as like tactical pauses, and we play it like a match, so to speak. That's kind of what you focus on in practice, and how we try to focus in bootcamp as well. But yeah, bootcamp was going. It was going. Let's just say it was going. For the first 10 days, it was a struggle, and then we were like, so me and my manager, we sat down. I went for a walk with Vanity. Oh no, sat down. No, I sat down with the manager. Me and the manager spoke. We were like, okay, what's actually going wrong here? And then I had a couple of one-on-ones with the players. Went for a walk with Vanity. Spoke about a lot of things. Then we came back and we had a team meeting, and we just said, okay, these things are going wrong. We feel like we're not putting as much effort into the scrims as we could. We could be putting a lot more effort in, basically focusing on actually practicing our things, playing to win rather than just like getting a little tilted maybe here and there. I know Jake, he was having a specific time with um, Tilton, for instance. The chemistry between a couple of the players was a little bit off, so we just aired out everything. I don't want to go into too much detail, but we just aired out everything. But the one I remember, the big change came from Jakey. I'd heard about Jakey and I'd heard how good he was and how much of a good teammate he is. He wasn't really doing that at the time, and then he changed. He changed. He became like the great teammate that he can be, which was a really big change. I think with him, he was a little bit worried about working with Ant and how we went about things. I think in the other team, like he had Jordan to lean on. Jordan, Celsius would ease him through things. He was like his big brother, and he'd help him. And now, like in the second season, Jordan had gone, so it was like, what do we do? And we just aired everything out, and we spoke about absolutely every single issue that we thought we'd have. We sat down, we just spoke about them, which I think is super important in a team. You have to sit down and you have to talk about your problems, and you have to come to a solution because everyone in the team wants to win. That's the end goal. So yeah, we fixed that, and then, bruh, everything just started clicking. We started beating everyone, and we were going into the Redbull Homeground pretty confident. Like everything changed in like these last week, maybe 2 weeks. Everything changed. I guess we could talk about my thoughts on my teammates after it, specifically. I guess Zeppa and Jakey, but I just spoke about Jakey a little bit. But Zeppa really fucking surprised me. Maybe he didn't get enough credit for what he does, but he reminds me of a lot of Zelsis. So since Zelsis and Leaf talk a lot, so I'm assuming, without me being there, I'm assuming when Leaf and Zelsis were in the team, Eric didn't get to talk as much because they would do a lot of the talking. Since they were gone, I needed someone to step up and be that second voice and be that guy who's going to help Vanity, which is another thing we spoke about in the team meeting. And that was a big change from us losing. It was a big change from us losing the scrims to changing. He became more of like the Zelsis figure, the mid rounder, the guy that could lean on Vanity. If Zeppa spoke, like he's in the zone, he's talking. And he really impressed me, and still to this day really impresses me. He gets a lot of hate from the community, but he brings a lot more to this team than anyone will ever know. Whippy still, to me, is one of the best Sentinels in America. He just we needed a voice in the team. That's why he went. Which I'll talk about why he got cut and whatnot when I get to this area. But I still think Whippy was fucking insane. Redbull Homeground. So Whippy unfortunately didn't get a visa, which I don't think is completely his fault. I don't know too much about it, but just saying, I don't think it was completely his fault he didn't get a visa. But there's always going to be visa issues with someone who's from Russia. So we get to the Redbull Homeground event. So we knew in Korea that Max most likely wasn't gonna make it. So we had to find someone, and a few names got through about. But as soon as Curry's name got through about, I trialed him in G2. I was like, yeah, fuck it, let's get Curry. Curry can play anything. He's fucking good. You've worked with him before. He's vocal. Let's just get Curry to come. Only thing is, Curry had issues with confidence beforehand, but then here he's got no reason to be worried. Yeah, his streaming career gave him confidence. He changed as a person, and he also had no reason to be worried. Like, there's no pressure on you, bro. You're just coming to stand in, just play your game, have some fun. You're getting a free trip to Tokyo. You get to stay and stream after it and play in Asian ranked, which is also fucking amazing for your stream. Um, it was a no-brainer. But I will say, from trialing him in G2, where he was very close to joining. I was actually I had faith in him that he could turn us around. But going from trialing him in G2 to the Curry I seen here, it was night and day. It wasn't even close, bro. He changed so much. Um, but you get into this arena and come into this, I don't think I'll ever experience anything like this ever again. Maybe if I made champs this year and champs is in Korea. Maybe if I make a champs and champs in Korea, then maybe I'll experience something like this. But this was so insane. The stadium was sold out. If I wanted to walk to McDonald's, I'm getting stopped for pictures and signatures. Like, it was so insane.
Does that look good?
Bro, it's crazy. Since then and now, I swear Oxy's grown up. Oxy's like a completely different person. Okay, going into this game, let me see if my brain can think back to the veto, but I don't think it can. We didn't like Split, so that was gone. We didn't like Breeze, so that was definitely gone. Did we like Bind? I think we liked Bind. I can't remember. I genuinely can't remember, but I know we liked Sunset, we liked Descent, we liked Lotus, and we were okay on Haven. I know we had struggles on Haven in practice because the same struggles we have to this day, we didn't really have a breach player, and we were running this, which was working. It was probably the best thing that was working for us. But then we ended up like you'll see through the tournament, like we were still finding ourselves. We didn't have time to do every map, but I think we changed this to fade at some point. And then we went back, we spoke about the game, because we made a lot of mistakes, I remember, and I was like, we have to watch this right now. This game, if I remember correctly, we just ran it down B on defense. Like, we really, like, we went into it and we just said, play with confidence.
How about you win me pistol and I'll win us the game?
Okay, we played Zeta again. I was really surprised we lost to these the first time, to be honest. And then maybe we took it a bit lightly. We were like, oh yeah, we're playing them, we're gonna win. We didn't try as hard, maybe. I'm not sure. I know we made a lot of mistakes. Something that happens as well is you play scrims and you get to a match and a lot more mistakes happen in a match. Things that you don't see in scrims will happen. People play differently. What did we do? So we banned Split. They banned Sunset. We picked Ascent because we just destroyed Fennel on it. Zeta picked Bind, which we'd previously banned, so I guess they knew we were a little bit weak on it. And then they banned Haven, which I think was a bad move by them. I don't know why they did this. I think this was a really, really bad ban by them. We were going to change our comp, but I know this was a really bad ban by them. Seen on since 2024. Yeah. Oh, we were good. We were good on bind. I just remembered. We were good on bind. We lost it against Fnatic, I think, but we were running double duelist. This is something I would still run today with these two because Eric's raise is insane and Oxy's Yoru is fucking insane as well. And I think against a team like this, where in my opinion we outskill them head to toe, I don't think they'll win a versus double duelist. On attack, what we would do? Wait, what am I doing, bro? We would do him here. We pretty much do Viper here, and we do these three over here. And these three would just take hard control of this area, and we would just send Oxy showers on his own, and he would throw his TP so it lands here. We'd send in the clone, and we just say, bro, go do what you want to do at showers. Like, obviously he had his Puffin, he would throw this, he would throw this, and we would send him on his own. He'd cause, yeah, Courier's on Viper. He would cause a little bit of chaos. He'd either get a kill, get out, he'd scare them off, he'd get out. But either way, he would just TP back to us. And if he got all of this for free, we would then have the option, because we would like be up here, we would then have the option of TP into him. We could also get control and we would leave Brim here for like, and we would go back, we would take Hooker, and then again, we have the option of just going back and short popping. He TPs last second as we short pop, he puts in his smokes. And we would do things like that, but Oxy was really fucking strong on this comp because he could do all of this on his own. On defense, it was basically the same thing. Like, Oxy was so free. We had like set things, but the set things were also just giving him a lot of freedom. So we would play like this, or we'd play like this, and Oxy you'd either have a TP to here, or you put a TP for himself on his side, he'd put a clone here. If they're coming up long, he'd double flash them, kill them. If there's nothing long, we would dog through the TP, he would follow it, he would come fight, he would crunch, he would TP out, and he would come back.
I can't see now.
This is it, this is a double flash long.
Shorting. Two B.
One more. Two more.
So you've got the clone going out, you've got his flash coming, they shoot the clone because they think it's him. You also have a sky flash going.
Back up.
No, he's fast, bro. This kid, I haven't seen anyone aim like him. Bro, he's so fucking good, man. And Lotus, we were naturally good on Lotus. I spoke about it but when I just watched us play DRX. Ant would call really well. Call well on the fly. It's a very defaulty map. But yeah, okay. So we loaded into this game and we were like, wow, CNED's on Raze. I think our whole veto plan was to not play jet maps because CNED can't play anything but jet. I'm pretty sure that's the route we went down. And yeah, we loaded in. We seen this. We seen that. We seen that. We were like, yeah, we've won. Like, we're not losing this map. There's no way. Our sunset's insane.
Oh, my God.
We
We
should
got
have
third on this, that
2-0'd this game.
So good.
How we win Lotus is, how we win Haven is a
That's
miracle
insane.
because we were horrible in this map. Like we changed Sky to Fade.
Door one.
Plant
I think on
spawn.
3. I think on. Oh. Nice. That's
Spawn,
spawn.
spawn,
Spawn.
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 Run it,
Run
run
it.
it,
Run it.
run it.
And that could be it.
How much is a fault line gonna matter here?
Not much at all.
Yeah.
Vanity needs to be Johnny on the spot. He needs to hit the head. The tap. Hasn't necessarily believed it yet. There's the fault line. He hugs against the wall. Vanity hides again. Just trying to buy time. He forces him off. The shot's not connecting. CNED tagged down to 71. He swings across. Vanity playing it to perfection!
So fucking good. So fucking good.
Fucking Francis, bro.
What a play from the IGL.
Scratch. Nice. Bunny one.
Ping.
Bunny one. Bunny one.
Flashing
Rabbit one.
two.
Bunny still.
Off.
Two. One more. Spam shot.
He gets it done! What a transfer!
I feel like we were so confident we would win this, and Oxy destroyed Decker in showers, if I remember. We were so confident we'd win this map. But we thought we'd lose Breeze, we thought we'd win Bind, and it just went Rose reverse, lost the first map again, as always. We should have won this if I remember. Pretty sure Ant called Insane again on attack. And then on defense, we just flopped. I remember we lost some close rounds. And then Haven again. Again, we just sucked. We went back to the sky. We were running Astro, we went back to the sky. We just won with the Fade. We probably overfought it. We should have just played the Fade. But I still think we lose this map. Like, we just fucking sucked on Haven.
Nice, Guys, Francis. mid.
Actually,
Putting the doors.
I don't even think we were bad on Breeze. I think we were okay in practice because we were running the harbour. But we had some. I don't think Jake liked playing the harbour. And then they changed the map. Bro, we were good. We were good. We were good because you didn't need Cypher. I remember after this tournament we were playing. Was it before or after? I think before coming into this we were playing Neon. We were playing Neon instead of Jet. And we were actually really fucking good. I think we were doing Neon, we were doing Gecko, we were doing Harbour, and we were really, I don't know if it was before or after this, we were really fucking good on the map. And then we got here, and I think Oxy said he wanted to play Jet. So we were like, fuck it. If you want to play Jet and you're going to kill people on Jet, just play Jet. I think. But I cannot remember if it was before or after this. Maybe it was Colombia that happened. But yeah, we were actually good on Breeze, and then they changed the map, and they made halls again, so you had to play a Cypher, and it just made the whole map shit again.
We get double pick.
I'm
3,
running, I'm
2,
in.
1, peeking.
The map was already
Start,
shit,
start.
but at least you could play other comps.
There we go.
And then after this event, bro, I felt like we were just done, like we were dead. So from here, I'd personally, I'll talk about my travel. I'd gone from Europe to Korea to Japan to America to Colombia. I was dead. I was wrote off. Like, I was waking up. I remember I was waking up when we got to Colombia. I was waking up at 2 a.m., 3 a.m. And I'm putting in a group anyone up, and every single person's awake. We're all just awake at 3, 4 a.m. in the morning. Like, no one could sleep. Jet lag had just killed us. So this event is kind of just a write-off, honestly. I don't want to talk too much about it. We lost to one of these, I think it was Furia, and one of their players, or their coach, waved at us and was trying to give it like he just fucking won fucking worlds, and then they get shit on in Americas. So that's karma for whoever that guy was. I don't remember which one it was though, but fuck that guy. And then I think after this event, the expectations of the team from me was I thought we were in a really good place. I knew there was potential issues with Whippy and Jake. But I thought we were in a really good spot. But I could see the issues already. But it was hard to act on the issues when we'd had such a good off season. Everyone, every other analyst, whatever in the world, going into America's predictors like ninth, eighth, 10th, like I don't know. They had us down in the dumps because of this. Um, but yeah, I knew there was issues within the team. Like you could see them, not like massive issues, but you could see like there could be improvements here, there could be improvements there. But I'll talk about that next time when I get to kick off. I can talk about this event a little bit, but this event again, we just flew back into America. We didn't prac. We went straight to the event. I said to the team, I want to play Deadlock on Icebox. We had nothing. We literally had nothing. I was like, guys, I think Deadlock is insane on Icebox. I want to play Deadlock on Icebox. And the team was like, yeah, sure, let's go. Let's fucking pick it. We've never played it. We got there, we picked it, we played it in every game. And then we decided whether we liked it or not. We played it here with no Sentinel. We were like, okay, we definitely need a fucking Killjoy. So then we played the Killjoy with it. And it was pretty good. We should have won pretty much every time we played it. But this was just a write-off tournament for us. We went there, we played it, get back into the groove, bit of practice. Yeah, we had rest. We after Colombia we had rest. We didn't have rest here, but after Colombia, this was the 12th of November. We took I think we took the whole time off. I'm pretty sure we took the whole time off because we were exhausted. We were exhausted here, and that was the 12th of the 11th. And the plan was to take 2 weeks. And then when we came back, no one was really scrimming. The 12th, we flew back, so we took off here. We came back after the 2 weeks, scrimmed this, scrimmed up until the 5th. As you can see, even on this day, like, there's no scrims. And then we just went, fuck it, let's just go off until January, and then we came back in January. Do you think Jakey can play a tier 1 still? Yes. I do. I do think he can play tier 1. I think going to tier 2 will help him a lot. Some of his issues revolved around confidence, maybe a couple of issues outside the game, but yeah, he's a good player. He can play he can play tier 1 still. He just needs he needs to just go find himself again. I get it. Penny, I think Penny could definitely play tier 1. G2 were close to picking up Penny this year instead of Icy. I think if G2 had picked Penny up, they'd be in the same place. I think Penny could definitely still play tier 1. We will not be getting Penny on this team. I have Oxy, brother. I love Penny, but I have Oxy. What do you think you guys have to do to get off the playoff hump and make it to an international LAN? So, for me, this was the first time I'd made playoffs with a team, because last year it wasn't me. Again, I'll talk about this more when it gets to it, but this is the first time I'd made playoffs with them, so I know we played differently in this game. I would say we played differently in this game. I would say we played good in this game. We played different in this. Played different in this. But in this game, I think we played well. I'll be honest, we played well in this playoff game, and we should have qualified. We should have won this map. There's a couple of big mistakes that cost us, but this is the first time on a map one throughout the whole fucking year where I was like, wow, this is us. We played fucking well. I think it just takes time, and I think some things people don't realize is it's fucking hard to win in this game, bro. Like, every team can beat every team. It is so hard to consistently win in this game.